Well, Arsenal is set to obviously come back into action. That is tomorrow, 21:30 hours. That is it. When they are playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers at the Molineux Stadium, that capacity is 32,000 people, 32,050 people in there for you. And Wolverhampton Wanderers have gone ahead to shock lots of giants in there for you. They shocked Man City. I think they shocked Spurs. They shocked Chelsea. So very many huge teams have gone ahead to go to that side, and they've gone ahead to obviously see themselves not winning a game at the Molineux. And Arsenal has gone ahead to lose. All Arsenal have not gone ahead to win a game in the previous 3 games they've gone ahead to play in all competitions. They drew with Bayern Munich at the Emirates 2-2. They lost to Aston Villa at the Emirates 2-0, and midweek they lost to Bayern Munich away at the Allianz Arena by 1-0. That's sort of it. That they got knocked out of the it's called the Champions League, and now they are really trying to fight to get back to winning ways and see how everything is really going to pan out for the side of Arsenal. And Arsenal are really charged up for a game like this because Wolverhampton Wanderers have gone ahead to really have a little bit of a slack into, or a little I think it's like bad luck in the previous games they're going to hate to play, because they played at home. The last game they played at home, they lost to West Ham by 2-1. And last weekend, that is Saturday, they drew with Nottingham Forest away 2-2. They went ahead to really draw with Burnley 1-1. Aston Villa beat them by 2-0. Then Coventry knocked them out of the FA Cup at home. And they last won at home when they beat Fulham on the 9th of March by 2-1. So when did they last really get a win? They've been really struggling. That means it gives Arsenal an upper hand in going to this game of football. But you should get to know that Arsenal doesn't have any player who is really unfit. Other players are really readily available to obviously coming through and really take part into action. And the only player that lacks minutes to obviously get into the starting 11 of Arsenal is none other than Julian Timber. So if he played in the under-23s, then we'll get to know all under-21s of Arsenal. We'll get to know later on. But the list of Wolverhampton Wanderers of the injured players is here. Pedro Neto is having a thigh injury, and his potential return is 11th of May 2024. So he's ruled out of this game of football. Then Nelson Semedo is having a thigh injury, and he is being assessed. He's 75% fit. So he might obviously come in through to the needful. Ryan Ait-Nouri, you know, that left back who plays for Algeria, he is having a calf shin heel injury, and he is expected to return on the 20th. That means when they're playing Arsenal, and he's going to undergo what we call a late fitness test. When you go to Jean Rokani Belgrade, he's having an injury and is not available for this game of football. Then Craig Dawson is having a groin hip/pelvic injury and has no return date, not available for this game of football. So Pedro Neto, Jean Rokani, and Craig Dawson, those 3 are really out. Those 3 are really out of this game of football. But Nouri, left back, and Nelson Semedo might be really show up to feature into this fixture that Arsenal is hugely waiting to obviously coming through and really take on this side that has gone ahead to obviously be one of the bogey sides at their home, and they're going to hit obviously cause havoc to those big teams. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. Smash the like button, comment, and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are, and this is the channel that brings you your latest news and information. Now, we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims. Juma Karim, welcome back from the mosques, because it's a Friday and we get into match day 33 of the Premier League, and meaning that Arsenal have a chance to obviously top the Premier League table if at all they go winning. You know, if they beat Wolverhampton Wanderers, they are gonna go on top of the Premier League table. Why? Man City tomorrow is playing Chelsea, and that is the preview that is coming back on after this video. Then we also have Liverpool playing on Sunday. So that means if Arsenal win, then they'll go top of the table because they will be at 75 points into that ilk, and they will be like, we are willing to obviously do the needful. Remember, they need to do this because Man City is going to be having a hiccup of games. And for those that really know what the Premier League is all about, you really understand how Man City can mitigate into what we call a trap of the side called the Premier League. Because Man City is back in action on Thursday, and after playing on Thursday, you know, after playing on Thursday, they'll have to play again over the weekend. So it shows you that they're really going to be having very many games to play, because after playing Brighton away, they'll have to play away at Nottingham Forest. So watch out on those two games that Man City is going to play. Those two games are really tricky. They might see Man City really put to a beating that no one has ever even gone ahead to think about. So for me, I think the league is not yet over. If Arsenal doesn't lose any of its remaining games, they can keep themselves into the competition to really win this, I tell you. But if they continue to drop points, they will really get into a very bad mood. Now let's go to the predicted starting 11 of Arsenal and see how many changes is the manager going to make in the team that went ahead to start against Bayern Munich away, that went ahead to see that his team went ahead obviously lose. The system that Arteta is going to use, obviously, it's a 4-3-3 system, no doubt about that. And in goal, we all know this man doesn't change. It's all about David Raya, who obviously starts in between the stitches for the club of Arsenal. No doubt he's going to be signed on a permanent deal, and he said they've already going to have to agree everything at Arsenal, and he's going to be given a right go to really coming through. Right back, he never played 90 minutes when they're playing against the side of Bayern Munich, because he was taken off, and the manager went ahead to really get on did Benjamin White play 90 minutes? I think he played 90 minutes when he played 90 minutes when they're playing against Bayern Munich, but never played 90 minutes when playing against Aston Villa. So he's going to be one of those that we expect to come in through to front his appetite of really seeing Arsenal getting back to huge ways. And I think he's going to be played as a right back. Then left back, I think this is where Arteta has to recall back this man. I think Zinchenko never played against Bayern Munich, but when you look at the sides, all the players that really play onto that side, they might annihilate Zinchenko. And for me, I go back to Jakub Kiwior and really get him a chance, because he had some beautiful displays, but the problem was he was brought into a game that was really huge as far as his experience is really concerned, because he saw it that even the experienced players failed to obviously show up when they're playing against Bayern Munich. So I cannot come out and really blame him a lot, but all I understand is that he should come in through and be played as a left back to obviously solidify that side of Arsenal, because he needs a very strong back four, because Arsenal has been conceding very many goals. In the recent 3 games, Arsenal is going to have to concede 5, and they've going to have to score 2. So they need to reduce on the number of goals they really score. But one thing you have to give credit to Arsenal to in the Premier League, that every time they're going to have to play away from home, they're going to have to keep a clean sheet. And they would have going to have to keep a 6th clean sheet in a row if at all they keep a clean sheet away at if at all they keep a clean sheet away at Molineux. Remember, West Ham 6-0, Burnley 6-0. They went ahead to beat this side called Sheffield, I think 6-0. Then they went ahead to draw away at Man City 0-0. They beat Brighton by 2-0. So away from home, Arsenal haven't gone to concede a goal in the previous 5 games. So if they keep one at home, if they keep one at Molineux, that will be another huge record set. and you never know what will happen. The central defense, obviously, William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes coming through, though Gabriel Magalhaes looked a little bit really injured, but I think he has to come out and really understand that these are the games that defined big players. You know, you have to play through with pain and see how the rest is really gonna go into the mix. So that is the back five of Arsenal, but I'm really hoping that this player is going to return to play as the CDM. That is Thomas Partey. I believe Thomas Partey is going to come in to do a job. I understand that they've already gone ahead to get them out of his plans, but in a game of this caliber, you give him a go. He has been rested, and you give him a go to see his reaction. If he doesn't perform well for the first half an hour, you take him out and get on Jorginho, right? Then who is going to play alongside him? Obviously, the constants, Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. That's a constant into that midfield of Arsenal. So I'd love to see Partey into that CDM role. You know, let him really be given a chance to prove himself. You never know, he might be the spark that can take Arsenal out of the 3-match unwinning run that they've gone ahead to obviously get to do, because they've not gone ahead to win. So it shows you how bad they are. So for me, I call upon Thomas Partey to return, and when he returns, I tell you what, he's really gonna be one of those that you would love to really look at. So that is Thomas Partey for you. And then you get in Bukayo Saka on the right. I go Bukayo Saka on the right. After putting Bukayo Saka on the right, I obviously expect him to really do the needful onto that side and really see to it that he obviously gets back to his goal scoring ways, because he last scored a goal when Arsenal was playing Bayern Munich. In the previous 2 games, he hasn't gone ahead to score a goal. That is Bukayo Saka for you. Then on the left, I go with Gabriel Jesus, because Martinelli has started the game of Bayern Munich, came off the bench against what was that side? Came off the bench against Aston Villa. He was the reason as why they conceded the first goal, reason as why they conceded the second goal. So he needs to obviously do the needful into that game. So I think Gabriel Jesus should come out and really be played on the left. Jesus or Trossard, one of those should obviously go ahead and really start. Leading the line, I really give Kai Havertz a go. If he doesn't perform well in this game, I think it's better Arsenal went back to their style of play, because it's now how many games without him scoring a goal? He has scored against Brighton, now against 3 games, 2 against Bayern Munich, 1 against Aston Villa. He didn't score, and he needs to obviously be put back on the bench and really give a go to other strikers. So that is my predicted starting 11 for the side of Arsenal. But for Wolverhampton Wanderers, as they come into this beautiful game of football, you really anticipate that they are not really gonna make it easy for the side of Arsenal. They have some good players that you have to really think about. The man is called Lemina. You know that guy in the midfield? That's why I've gone ahead to say to it that they have to bring in Partey. You know, Lemina is a deadly guy that you have to think about. There is Matthias Tuna. You know him very well, and Sarabia. They're really very, very, very deadly players when they're really playing into the game of football. And they also have Hang, you know, and some other good players of pure quality that you anticipate can obviously shock the side of Arsenal. That's why I tell you, Arsenal needs to live up to their best in this game of football. They need to put up their best to see to it that they get the first goal. After getting the first goal, they should really make sure they kill off this game of football, because the moment a goal comes in through from Wolverhampton Wanderers, their mindset will be like, all right, it's the same thing like Bayern Munich, it's the same thing like Aston Villa. Looks like we're gonna lose this game of football. So mindset test is really gonna be on the high as Arsenal takes on the side of Bayern, takes on the side of Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now let's go to the head-to-head stats, and after that I'll let you know exactly what my prediction is really gonna be for this beautiful game of football. So The head-to-head stats go as follows, as you see them on the screen, but continue to smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, because we're here to really bring you and feed you in as expected. So what are the head-to-head stats? After completing the league double against Arsenal in 2020-2021, Wolverhampton Wanderers have now lost each of their last 5 games against the Gunners, failing to score in both home defeats in the run. You know that. And it gives Arsenal a very huge edge. Then Arsenal have scored in their last 32 meetings with Wolverhampton Wanderers in all competitions, their joint longest serving streak against an opponent in the club's history, also a current of 32 away games. That is it. Thirdly, Wolves are winless in their last 4 Premier League games, 2 draws and 2 losses, like I told you at the beginning of the video, though they have won their last 2 at Molineux against sides starting the day in top 2 of the table, beating Man City 2-1 in September and Spurs by the same score in November. So, as I told you that they've gone ahead to humiliate very many teams there, and especially the big sides. So, fourthly, Arsenal have kept a clean sheet in each of their last 5 away league games, their joint longest such run in club's history. Also 5 between February and April 1997. The last team to record the clean sheet in 6 consecutive league games away were Liverpool between December and March 2014-2015. So Arsenal will be looking to obviously celebrate that clean sheet away from home. And you saw how Gabriel Magalhaes and Trossard celebrated away at Brighton when he went ahead to make that huge block that denied the side of Brighton a goal. Then fifthly, or lastly, Arsenal lost a Premier League game for the first time in 2024 against Aston Villa. Last time out, since the start of the season, only twice have the Gunners suffered consecutive league defeats, doing so in May 2023, Brighton and Nottingham, and December this season, West Ham and Fulham. You know how those games came in concurrently, and Arsenal saw themselves really losing the game of football. So all they have to do is simple: go into the game and really get going. I'm giving Arsenal a 3-0 win. A 3-0 win for the club of Arsenal. I think this is the perfect game you would love to see yourself go into, to really get back to winning ways and really claim for your lost victory, and really see to it that you get back into the mix, because in the coming week, after playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers, you are playing against Chelsea. After playing against Chelsea, you are playing against Tottenham Hotspur, meaning that you are having London derbies in there for you that are supposed to come out and really showcase your quality and brilliancy. So I think that's what gives Arsenal some huge edge into this game of football. They have a very good squad that can compete, and now their focus is only onto the Champions League, because they're not going to be playing in any of the tournaments. The focus should be keenly onto the Premier League. I'm going to have to give them my benefit of doubt. I know they're really going to come out and really win and really give this side the best that they really deserve into the mix. So I'm really excited to see to it that this game of football is going to be happening tomorrow. It closes down the match fixture, but let me read to you the other fixtures as how they're really going to come in through tomorrow as the Premier League goes ahead to take some good shape in there. So it's Luton versus Brentford first, then Sheffield versus Burnley. All those games are going to be played at 17 hours. Then Wolverhampton Wanderers will be taking on Arsenal, last game of the day. And on Sunday, we'll be having Everton Nottingham Forest, Crystal Palace West Ham, and Aston Villa Bournemouth. Then Liverpool will close the day playing Fulham. That is it. So those are the fixtures, and hope you guys are really excited about them. So that's what I had for you. But Arsenal should really look through that midfield where there is Lemina, and Matthias Cunha is another one that really caused a lot of havoc to that side of Wolverhampton Wanderers, and they're really a very hard side to beat at home. So they need to go into this game of football knowing that the last teams that really went ahead to obviously play part into the side, they found themselves defeated. So go into the comment section, tell me what your thoughts are about my submissions, and who do you think is really gonna take this game home, and who is really gonna win big? Arsenal 3-0 is the result I'm gonna hate to give them, and I really understand that they are really gonna put in a shift that everyone will call in for. Rokani David remains my name. This is the Rokani Media Football. We sign out for now. See you later. On the previous starting 11, you can as well come in through and be tell me who do you want in, who do you want out. The Muslims, Juma Karim once again. To the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Rokani David is my name. We out.